Have you ever wondered why some people reach their 90s with vitality and clarity while others struggle decades earlier? As we age, each precious day becomes more valuable. Yet most of us unknowingly sabotage our longevity every single night. The truth is that your body gives you crucial signals during those nighttime hours that most people completely miss. Some 90-year-olds still wake up refreshed and energized, while others feel exhausted and weak. The difference, it's often found in their evening routines and nighttime habits. In this video, we're going to reveal 5 powerful nighttime habits that people who live past 90 consistently practice. These aren't random tips or old wives' tales. They're based on longevity research from Blue Zones and scientific studies on centenarians. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which evening habits are secretly shortening your lifespan. And more importantly, the simple nighttime routines you can start tonight to add years to your life. Stay tuned until the end, because the 5th habit is one that most healthcare professionals never mention, yet researchers found it might be the most powerful predictor of reaching your 90s with your health intact. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you enjoy this video, please type 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, type 0 in the comments to let me know so I can make better videos for you. Now, let's get started. Point 1. Consistent sleep schedule. The first nighttime habit of people who live past 90 is one of the strongest indicators of longevity, yet most of us ignore it completely. Maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. When we age, our circadian rhythm becomes more sensitive, not less. Our internal body clock regulates everything from hormone production to cell repair, and disrupting it repeatedly creates chronic inflammation, a major driver of age-related diseases. Think about these two 75-year-olds. Margaret, who goes to bed at 10:30 p.m. and wakes at 6:30 a.m. virtually every day of the week. Richard, who keeps different hours each night and catches up on weekends. What Richard doesn't realize is that his inconsistent schedule isn't just making him tired, it's actively accelerating his aging. This isn't just about feeling groggy, it's about cellular damage. Studies show irregular sleep patterns increase the risk of cardiovascular disease by 40% and cognitive decline by 35% in older adults. I saw this firsthand with my uncle, who always prided himself on needing only 5 hours of sleep and keeping different hours each day. By 72, he was struggling with memory issues and heart problems, while his sister, who maintained strict sleep hours, was still teaching piano at 87. The solution is simple. Pick a bedtime and wake-up time that works for you and stick to it. Even on weekends, even on holidays. Allow yourself no more than 30 minutes of variation. It might seem restrictive, but this small change reprograms your genes. Researchers found that people with regular sleep schedules had significantly longer telomeres, the protective caps on DNA that predict longevity. Remember, it's not just about getting enough sleep, it's about getting it at the same time each day. Point 2. Evening temperature regulation. The second nighttime habit that distinguishes those who live into their 90s is deliberate temperature regulation in the evening hours. What happens in your body when you sleep in a room that's too warm is fascinating. After hours in temperatures above 70 degrees, 22 Patagon, your body struggles to lower its core temperature, which prevents you from reaching the deep sleep stages where cellular repair happens. If you don't cool your sleeping environment, it can contribute to problems like increased inflammation, poor glucose regulation, and oxidative stress, all crucial factors in longevity. Think about how you feel when you wake up sweating slightly. Do you ever experience morning headaches or feel unrested despite a full night's sleep? These can all be signs of temperature-disrupted sleep. Take someone like Eleanor, 92. She had a habit of keeping her house warm at night because she feared catching a chill. She never thought twice about it, but as she got older, her sleep quality deteriorated dramatically. When her doctor suggested dropping her bedroom temperature to 65 degrees, 18 degrees, her sleep tracker showed her deep sleep increased by 27% in just 1 week. Research consistently shows that sleeping in cooler temperatures, between 60-67 degrees, 15-19 degrees C, improves sleep quality and increases the production of brown fat, the metabolically active fat that helps regulate blood sugar and combat obesity. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Point 3. Evening digital detox. The third nighttime habit of long-lived people may surprise you. They disconnect from digital devices at least 90 minutes before bedtime. When you stare at screens before bed, your brain is flooded with blue light that suppresses melatonin production. Your nervous system stays in a low-grade stress response, and your brain remains in beta waves when it should be transitioning to the slower alpha and theta waves needed for restorative sleep. If you've ever experienced that tired but wired feeling at bedtime, that's your body telling you something. The constant dopamine hits from social media and news can lead to sleep-onset insomnia. And for older adults who already have age-related sleep architecture changes, this can become a chronic problem. Consider someone like Walter, 94. He grew up without modern technology and maintained a strict habit of reading physical books after dinner. He never developed the habit of checking devices before bed. His granddaughter noticed that unlike her parents in their 60s, who struggled with insomnia, Walter fell asleep within minutes of his head hitting the pillow and rarely woke during the night. The solution is creating a digital sundown ritual. Set an alarm for 90 minutes before your bedtime, then turn off or silence all devices. Instead, engage in analog activities like reading physical books, gentle stretching, meditation, or conversation. The key here isn't just avoiding blue light, it's breaking the cycle of mental stimulation. Research from Harvard showed that the brains of older adults who maintained low evening digital engagement had significantly better preserved melatonin production, one of the body's most powerful antioxidants and a crucial factor in longevity. If you're someone who checks email or social media before sleep, try keeping devices in another room. Even something as simple as using a real alarm clock instead of your phone can make a big difference. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment 3 below to let me know you're here. Point 4. Evening protein timing. One of the most overlooked factors in longevity after 70 is evening protein timing. Many people eat their largest meal late at night and assume their bodies will efficiently process those nutrients. They consume heavy meals until suddenly digestive issues, sleep disruptions, and metabolic problems emerge. As you age, your digestive enzymes decrease and your metabolism slows. This is especially common in older adults, as the production of stomach acid can fall by up to 30% after age 60. The result? When you eat heavy protein meals right before bed, your body diverts energy to digestion instead of the critical repair processes that should happen during sleep. Think back to a time when you ate a large steak dinner late at night. Maybe you slept poorly, but what you didn't see was how this affected your growth hormone production, a critical factor in maintaining muscle mass and organ function as you age. Take someone like Hiroshi, 96, from Okinawa, Japan, a blue zone with has exceptional longevity. He always followed the traditional practice of eating his last meal at least 3 hours before bedtime and making it the smallest meal of the day. Then one year, Visiting relatives introduced him to late-night heavy meals. Within months, his previously perfect sleep was disrupted and his energy levels dropped dramatically. The good news is preventing this mistake is simple. Finish your last protein-containing meal at least 3 hours before bed, and if you need something later, choose easily digestible carbohydrates like a small piece of fruit or a few crackers. This doesn't take much time, but it makes a world of difference. It's also important to front-load your protein earlier in the day. Your body needs protein for muscle maintenance, but consuming it when your digestive system is most efficient, morning and midday, reduces the metabolic stress that accelerates aging. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons valuable, please comment 4 below to let me know you're here. Point 5. Gratitude. Practice. The fifth and perhaps most powerful nighttime habit of people who live past 90 is ending each day with a deliberate gratitude practice. This might sound too simple to be effective, but the science is compelling. Research from the field of psychoneuroimmunology shows that your mental state before sleep dramatically affects your immune function, inflammatory response, and even telomere length, all critical markers of biological aging. Many people bring the day's stresses to bed, replaying arguments and worries as their last thoughts. This activates the sympathetic nervous system and floods the body with cortisol precisely when your parasympathetic rest and repair system should be dominant. As your body ages, this repeated stress response becomes increasingly damaging. After 70, chronic elevated nighttime cortisol has been linked to accelerated brain aging, cardiovascular decline, and weakened immune response. Meet Elsa, 97, who has ended every day the same way for over 40 years. Before sleep, she writes down 3 specific things from that day she's grateful for, not general blessings, but concrete moments like the taste of fresh strawberries or my granddaughter's phone call. Her doctors are repeatedly surprised by her low inflammatory markers and strong cognitive function. The neurological mechanism is fascinating. When you practice specific gratitude before sleep, you activate the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, which inhibits the amygdala's stress response and increases oxytocin production. This creates an optimal neurochemical environment for cellular repair during sleep. Implementing this is straightforward. Keep a small notebook by your bed. Each night, write down 3 specific things from that day you're grateful for. They must be specific to that day. This prevents your brain from automating the response. Then spend 30 seconds truly feeling gratitude for each item. Researchers at UC Berkeley found that older adults who maintained this practice for just 8 weeks showed reduced inflammatory markers and improved heart rate variability, a key predictor of longevity. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment 5 below to let me know you're here. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to think about your evening routine. Have you been unknowingly sabotaging your longevity with habits that seemed harmless? The truth is, these 5 nighttime habits become increasingly powerful after 70 when your body's resilience is naturally declining. A long, vibrant life isn't about making drastic changes. It's about these consistent, small habits repeated night after night. These little changes add up, and over time, they can mean the difference between thriving at 90 and struggling at 70. Many people assume that genetic luck determines longevity, but that's not entirely true. The choices you make every evening, especially in the final hours before sleep, have a major impact on your cellular health, neurological function, and overall lifespan. The key is awareness. Now that you know these 5 common nighttime habits of long-lived people, you have the power to transform your evenings in a way that supports your health for decades to come. What stood out to you the most? Which of these habits do you think you need to adjust, or which one do you feel you've already been doing right? We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to bring it into practice in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.